Hello, I'm Columbia Daily Tribune City Editor Matt Sanders. Welcome to day 3 of the Daily Digest with the new Tribune, the one that comes out in the morning now instead of the afternoon. Of course, we're a few days into it. We hope that at least some of you all are liking the changes if you are the print edition readers as well as online folks. Today's edition, of course, highlights the third in our 7-part series about poverty in Columbia, this time focusing on early childhood education, the benefits of it and the barriers to it, because of course it costs a lot of money. Any of you parents out there are more than familiar with that. So yeah, check out that story if you can. Also, the Chapter 100 committee met for the first time yesterday to review tax breaks for Aurora Organic Dairy. That's a little bit of a tongue twister. So anyway, a couple things that are in today's edition, which is available for you now. Some things that we're working on for the website this afternoon and the print edition tomorrow include the Columbia Board of Education's Finance Committee is going to meet. This is going to be a pretty significant meeting where they're going to talk about how they might be able to fast track building a new middle school in South Columbia. Of course, we've been following this issue for months now of the effort to reduce overcrowding at Gentry Middle School down in South Columbia. Been a lot of parent pushback to the initial plans, which would have sent some Gentry kids to Jefferson Middle School, which is here in downtown Columbia, actually just a couple blocks away from the Tribune. So now a kind of a new plan has also entered the picture. Fewer students would be moved from one school to another, and the building of a new middle school would be fast-tracked, but that's going to take some juggling of finances and moving around some things and some project money. So look for more on that later. Of course, we have the 4th installment in our series looking at local poverty. This one's on healthcare, and of course how healthcare can be an expense that many people can't afford, and the consequences of that when people put off healthcare that they need when they can't afford it. So look for that by Jody Jackson Jr. in tomorrow's edition. Right now, Megan Favignano is at a meeting of the Water and Light Advisory Board where they're talking, of course, talking more taxes, where they're talking about the possibility of a bond issue for improvements to the water system that could be coming up next year. That bond issue would go before voters. So of course, we're continuing to cover that as they hammer out a little bit more of the specifics about what that bond issue will look like. So those are just some of the stories that we have today. We're also working on a few other things that I'll leave you in suspense about for now. Of course, we hope that you're enjoying the new Tribune. Also, kind of a cool thing, the University of Missouri men's basketball team is playing tonight, so you'll actually be able to get that game story in the morning in the Tribune instead of the following afternoon. So look for that. They're playing Texas A&M. Of course, you can always reach us via our social media accounts, Twitter and Facebook, and feel free to send me an email if you have any questions or comments.